Alright, hello guys. Today I will talk about Sentry Mode again. So, I've been talking to this guy. He owns a Model 3. He lives in Oslo, and last night his Model 3 was vandalized. Yes, but Sentry Mode called him. So, this happened at 3:45 at night. So you see in the footage here, we have a drunken guy. That's that bad guy. So he intentionally moves over to the Model 3 and then grabs the side mirror and twists it, and then also some metal piece under the mirror falls off, and then it turns out that in the front camera it catches that you see the alarm goes off. So this guy lives there. That is a very bold move, yeah, to try to damage some neighbor's car. So there's another guy that walks by, but he didn't seem to care about the alarm, because I think nowadays alarm goes off everywhere, so you tend to ignore them. But the camera, the image was sharp enough so you can clearly identify who this is, and I had to blur it out for privacy reasons. But we have enough evidence here in this case. So the mirror was fine, just a piece fell off, so he just bent it back in again, and it was fine. So fortunately, the mirrors, they can take a little bit of beating, but it's still, it's not cool to have something like this happen to your brand new Model 3, and even if it was a BMW or something, I think the owner of that car would also not be happy for someone doing this. So I mean, what can we do? Okay, the owner can report this to the police. But most likely the police, they will just dismiss this case. But maybe one of two reasons, or two reasons is that one reason is lack of evidence. But in this case, we have clearly enough evidence. But the second reason is probably that they don't have enough resources to deal with it, and it's a fairly small case. So they have bigger cases to deal with, bigger crimes. But another approach would be for the owner here to find out who this guy is. Just wait, sit and camp outside the door or something, I don't know, or randomly catch him, and then like, hey, yo, I saw what you did last summer. No, no, but of course, just yell at this guy or whatever, slap his face. Yeah, but. And then most likely this individual will never ever try to touch a Tesla again, or especially not this Tesla. But that will only solve a small case, one small problem. So by me posting this, I can potentially reach out to thousands of people and try to educate you guys that do not try to mess with Teslas, alright? No, I mean, kidding. But I mean, this applies to every other car also. I mean, nowadays the dashcams are so dirt cheap now, so everyone with whatever, even fossil cars, they can buy a dashcam, mount it in there, and they could just record while it's parked. So just, I wouldn't recommend you trying to mess with anyone's car, because you never know what kind of psychopath the owner is. And also, this was at night, but as like for me, sometimes I'm a very late sleeper, so the owner of that car could be right there. He could have guns and shit, or a small chihuahua, so you better be careful. I'm not threatening anyone, I'm just saying that I wouldn't try to take that risk, by trying to mess with someone's car. But okay, I should talk a little bit about energy consumption also, because this guy, he knows about the drawbacks, but he still ran the whole thing, Sentry Mode, and it seems to pay off, and of course in this case it was just a minor something, no damage done. But if it was let's say the paint was scratched, then he has at least enough evidence to go to the insurance company and say that, hey, someone damaged my car, this was not caused by me and stuff. So having that video evidence is priceless. But okay, so how much energy does Sentry Mode draw? And I have already done some tests. At least that test showed me that it was 315 watts, which is really high. That is about 2 kilometers per hour, or 1.5 miles per hour, something like that. And why do I always mention kilometers per hour? Well, because if you know that you will park the car for 10 hours, then it's really easy to figure out, okay, you will lose 20 kilometers. Let's say if you stay at a hotel, and then it's easier for me to figure out, okay, so I lose 20 kilometers, Can I afford that? Will I still be able to reach the next supercharger? You know, so it makes sense to count in kilometers per hour. I mean, you guys who still keep asking me why do I do this, well, you clearly don't own an EV. But okay, and that one, the 20 kilometers equals to about 4% during a 10-hour span on the long range Model 3, or well, it depends on what kind of Tesla it is and all that, but or other EVs, but in most cases you can afford spending that extra energy for extra security. But I would also consider a dedicated dash cam, because with a dash cam, then you have way lower energy consumption. So we're talking about 5 watts only of power usage versus 315. So that is way lower. So just in comparison, it will during 10 hours in a Tesla, it will consume 0.07%. Yeah, yeah, and you know, that power usage is so low that you could actually use this in a fossil car also, because EVs, they continuously charge the, well, okay, most EVs, they charge the 12-volt battery, so you can just run anything on the 12 battery and you will still not get low, unlike in fossil cars where you need to drive the car being able to charge a 12-volt. But because the dash cam is so energy efficient, the dedicated dash cam, then you can actually run this on a fossil car, and at least for a couple of days before you should start driving again. Or of course the dash cam will also have or you can have a feature where you will cut off the dash cam if the voltage on the 12-volt goes too low, you know. But again, a dedicated dash cam usually has better video quality than the Tesla's dash cam, because the Tesla cameras are for autopilot. They are not designed for dash cam use, but just a nice feature that the Tesla added after request from the users. And also the dedicated dash cams, they have infrared. Some of the models, they have infrared, so they can see in pitch dark. They have infrared light and everything, you know. And also the dedicated dash cams, they record audio. Sometimes that is useful. But again, the dash cams, they do not show any warning or blink or do something like, you know, the Sentry Mode. So it's a trade-off. Yeah. For me, I actually like that Sentry Mode gives people the warning, you know, like be careful. Yeah, so that's better than waiting for someone to damage your car and then try to catch them. So, but I would say that, you know, Sentry Mode for me has been working great when I'm on a trip, so more like ad hoc. I would say that, you know, Sentry Mode works great for ad hoc. It's a bit thirsty, but when you are at some random hotel or somewhere, park in street level, where you're at the restaurant, then just run Sentry Mode. You know, it doesn't matter if it consumes a little bit of power. But for this guy who lives there and he runs Sentry Mode all the time, then I think it would be a better deal for him to get dash cams. Yeah. So I think that's it. It was interesting to see, you know, the usage of Sentry Mode, that it helps a lot. So really nice of Tesla to implement this. So yeah, I think that's it for now. I hope you guys enjoy this video. As always, thank you for watching and talk to you later.